here's what I would do if I was trying to pay off a tiny home. I would start off by finding a tiny home village that I could park my home while I'm paying it off. So if you're trying to find land first, often it's really hard because you get bogged down with, the legalities of it. Where is it legal? Where can I park my tiny home? Trying to find a piece of land. Land's so expensive. So if you start with a tiny home village, you find they have everything hooked up for you. Everything's ready to go. And there's new tiny home villages popping up everywhere. If you just look in front of you, you're just like, where's the tiny home village? There's no tiny home village. I can't see any. It's like, no, you're not going to find any. But if you Google tiny home village, you'll find one. Like, there's a lot of them around, and they're popping up. New ones are popping up, especially down here in Tennessee. There's a couple big tiny home villages for a pretty reasonable price. There's one right in McMinnville, Rock Island State Park area, opening up. They're just booking new spots. I think they're $500 a month. And yeah, if you would combine a, say, $600 a month, $700 a month tiny home payment along with $500 a month rent, you're getting a lot of value, and you're paying off your tiny home in a couple years, and you own it free and clear. And even during that time, if that payment, if you could afford it, you could at that point start looking for land to park your tiny home, and you'd have all the time in the world to do it. You're not, under the gun time-wise. You're not under a crunch, so you can just do that at your leisure, if that makes sense. If you bought a home from us, we have like even a 10 by, you could buy 10 wide by 34 foot long, which is a pretty good size. That's like a modular home almost. If you configure your storage in a really thoughtful way, you might be shocked at how much storage you actually get in a tiny home while still keeping this open Scandinavian sort of architecture and design concept. To me, that's super important. All that to say, if you are interested in living in a tiny home, please do reach out to us. Jeff at the office will happily answer any questions you have. What he can do is work up a 3D render of your project. So if you're like, hey, I love the weekender model, but I want it 10 foot wide and 40 foot long, he can get you a price pretty quick on that. And not only can he get you a price, he can work up a full 3D render build so you can see exactly what you're getting with the price. We'd love to hear from you if you're interested.